All right, now, will you come back to the stool, please, Pete? And without the other mic.
Which camera? Okay, here we go. I don't know if anybody agrees with me, but I think American society is imperfect because we don't face up to a thing known as racism. It started off right when Europeans came into this country and refused to absorb the American Indians. For example, the Massachusetts Bay Colony, where my ancestors were, 15 years after they arrived at Plymouth Rock, they passed a resolution. We must exterminate the Pequod race.
I say that we have recognized that our society is imperfect, and we're doing all that we can humanly do right at this point to change these problems. And I'm proud to be an American because of this.
It's not enough to simply say society is imperfect. There's a black friend of mine, a singer, who wrote a song, when one man's got $1 million and another ain't got a dime, that's when law and order is another name for crime.
Who is society? We want to know who they are. Yes. You know who society is to
I
me?
think this, we're getting a little bit heated. I think this might be a good time for...
Walking down death row, I sang for 3 men destined for the chair. Walking down death row, I sang of lives and loves another year. Walking down death row, I sang of hopes that used to be. Through the bars into each separate cell, yes, I sang to 1 and 2 and 3. If you'd only stuck together, you'd not be here. If you could have loved each other's lives, you'd not be sitting here. And if only this you could believe, you might still be reprieved. Walking down death row, I concentrated singing to the young. I sang of hopes that flickered still. I tried to mouth each separate human tongue. Walking down death row, I sang of hopes that still might be. Singing, singing down death row, to each separate human cell, 1 billion to a 3. If you'd only stick together, you'd not be here. If you could have loved each other's lives, we'd not be sitting here. And if only this we could believe, we might still be reprieved. Well, I suppose, Joe, you think I got off the subject, but I really believe you can't separate the problems of men in prison, the problems of rehabilitated prisoners, with the problem of the whole world. The whole American nation is going to be judged as criminals after this Vietnam business is over.
I don't necessarily agree with that, Peter.
I know you don't agree with me.
For example, what falling out of
It took about 10 minutes for me to get up that much steam. That's why I'm so a failure on television. And so I tend to walk out of the room when I get feeling bad. I'm not the kind of person who really knows how to argue. Makes Toshi furious. She just gets ready for a good fight. Now I walk. Now, let's go down and have some lunch.